This week on the news at Rider,
Rider elects the Cranberry King and Queen.
Greg Giraldo visits campus.
And we take a look at career services.
All this and more on the news at Rider. Welcome to the news at Rider. I'm Dalton Karwacki.
And I'm Jeanette Renicki. This past week, a new governor was elected in New Jersey. Here's JT Fetch with the election recap.
Well, guys, this recent election was certainly a historic one, with incumbent Jon Corzine being voted out of office and Republican Chris Christie becoming the next governor of New Jersey. Let's take a look at some of the exit polling conducted after the vote to give a better idea of how exactly Christie won. The top 3 issues for voters, according to the National Election Poll conducted by Edison Research, were the economy, property taxes, and corruption. While that exit poll also revealed that voters believe none of the candidates has a clear plan to fight high taxes, Christie may have gotten the edge in the corruption category due to his past experience as a prosecutor. Another key component of the election was how independents voted. Now, it turned out that independent Chris Daggett did not play as large of a factor as some thought, with independents strongly siding with Christie, 60% to 30% for Corzine. This turned out to be what pushed Christie into office, as these voters made up more than 1/4 of the total. Now, we will continue to cover the transition of the Christie administration into the State House, so be sure to stay tuned to us in the coming weeks. Guys, back to you.
In today's tough economy, graduating students may find it difficult to find a job. Career Services held its biannual career fair on Thursday in an attempt to aid past and present students in finding internships and jobs. Our Rider News team was here to cover all the action.
Companies from all over came out to the career fair looking for prospective employees. But the career fair is not just for jobs. There's internship opportunities and graduate admissions as well. Our news team spoke with one of the graduate admissions counselors to learn more about Career Day and Rider's graduate programs.
We're here representing the Office of Graduate Admissions, and we're here to talk to the prospective seniors or juniors coming in, also the alumni that are here, talk about our graduate programs in business and education, and if they're looking, as they're looking at their prospective jobs, to also look at the graduate programs that will also help them to reach their career perspectives in the future.
For those wanting to pursue that childhood dream of working in law enforcement or as a special agent, there was an abundance of opportunities, one of which is the FBI. We spoke with David Ricane, who told us about possible internships and job positions available for Rider students.
Yes, we've had Rider students become FBI employees. We've also had several Rider students become honors interns, which is a program we have during the summers. It's a paid position at one of my headquarter components in Washington, D.C. That information's at our website. The website is fbijobs.gov or gov.
Then we had a chance to speak to Sarah Sherrier for USA Interns.
We have over 80 categories for internships. We have over 10,000 internship postings. We have over 10,000 students who are registered on our site. It's free to register. It's free for employers to post their internships. So it's also, we really have a great database of a lot of opportunities for students.
So be sure to check out the next career fair, because you never know what's out there waiting for you. From the news at Rider, this has been Kevin Rafferty.
The Office of Career Services is located on the 3rd floor of the BLC, and individual appointments can be made to discuss career planning activities. For more information, please dial extension 7488.
Recently, the Vox Club and Riders Runners hosted a walk-run to support Women's Space, an organization that aids women who have been abused in the Trenton and Mercer County area. Field reporter Robert Gray has more.
Well, good morning, Rider University. It is a cold November morning, and here at Rider University, students are showing up to help run over violence. It seems the Rider Vox Club and the Rider Runners Club have teamed up today to create a lot of awareness about a very sensitive subject. Public safety has closed off all roads in and out of the school to ensure that no one is hurt during the event. Even though it was the day after Halloween, students showed up with a lot of energy to help run over violence. T-shirts, drinks, and food were provided to students to keep them looking good and hydrated. Susan Adams, the spokeswoman for Women's Space Incorporated, spoke with us about the importance of domestic violence awareness.
What our purpose is to provide services to victims of domestic violence. In the past 33 years, we have grown tremendously. We now have a counseling office. We have transitional housing, both long-term and short-term. If you think about it, almost everyone has been touched by domestic violence or sexual assault in some way, whether it's very directly, whether it's a family member, a friend, and like you're here on college campuses, you know stuff's going on.
Even though it was cold outside, the Rider Runners kept warm by stretching and doing calisthenics before the event started. Paul Gazer gave us more information about the event.
Today it's a walk run to go and support Women's Space, which is a not-for-profit organization which aids women who have been abused in the Trenton and Mercer County area.
What type of advertising did your group do to get people out to this event?
We went and we put it on the Weekend Warriors. We put it on all the TVs that they have. The Princeton Running Company was very nice and allowed us to go and put pamphlets in their store as well. And we just tried to do it word of mouth as well and had sign-ups and dailies.
I also spoke with Hillary Coulter, treasurer of Rider Vox.
Vox is the Voices for Planned Parenthood. We do all different activities to raise awareness about sexual education and also to benefit Women's Space, which is the group that we're supporting today, which is for abused women. And we also help the Justice Fund, which helps women who can't afford like birth control and that kind of stuff.
Well, it has been a quite eventful day here at Rider University, and students should definitely be proud of the work that they've done. They've raised a lot of awareness and helped to also raise a lot of funds to go towards a great cause. If you would like more information about the Rider Runners or the Rider Vox Club, please contact Paul Gazer or Andy Karp for more information. Once again, this has been another Rider Report. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
For more information on Women's Space, please visit their website at www.womenspace.com.
On Friday, comedian Greg Giraldo gave a performance in the BLC. He has been featured on countless networks from Comedy Central to NBC. Our own Kevin Rafferty sat down with him to talk about his career.
Hey Ryder, it's Kevin Rafferty for Run 100, sitting down with Greg Giraldo. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Kevin Rafferty, from whatever it is you just said.
So, can you just tell us a little bit about how you got started off as being a comedian?
Started off as being a comedian. I just started doing open mics. You know, that's basically what you do. You start doing open mics and bars and stuff, and then from there, and then you just become a giant star immediately.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really
was there any cool experiences that you remember from just doing like the bar scene or anything like that that just stands out in your mind?
There's like thousands. I mean, it's 17 years of doing this. You know, there's thousands of good and nightmarish and crazy situations. You know, I mean, there's a lot of booze and a lot of fat girls between me and when I started.
Where do you really like pull your material from, and just
from Jesus?
Just
material from what, like just stand up? You know, I mean, just you know, just mainly I just like read papers or walk around. That's pretty much it. And then either walk around or just read papers, or walk around or read magazines or run. Sometimes jog, light walk, brisk walk, or books, or bicycling, cycling, unicycle, tricycle, tandem bike. I'm not particular as to what kind of bike I ride. I mean, I don't care any of them. Surrey bike. I don't think the Surrey bike is as efficient per se as the two-person bike, the tandem bike. You know, because the aerodynamics, and also you don't have the whole the top, the Surrey bike. Have you ever seen those? The frills. It gets distracting. I have ADD, and I tend to always be looking up into the distance. So the jokes come from any of those different ways of conveying myself, or of existing,
biking.
or of biking, any form of cycling, and any form of ingestion of information, whether it be reading, or sometimes just I have people come and chant to me, and that tends to spark a lot of ideas.
This is Kevin Rafferty for Run 100.
To see more of this interview, stay tuned to the Rider University Network.
This past weekend was Family Weekend. Each year, a Cranberry King and Queen are crowned. In order to vote, students had to donate a can of food for the Thanksgiving food drive. This year, it was a very tight race between Matthew Metzger and Frank Romano. Although there was some discrepancy in the counting of the votes, Matt Metzger and Steph Prem were crowned at the event. I had the opportunity to see what each of them had to say about the honor.
It's really a wow kind of thing, just because I didn't expect it. I coming in, I didn't know what guy was close to winning anything or who was at the top with the standing, the rankings of it all. But it's a tremendous honor. It really is. It's something I worked really hard for. It's something that I really did want coming into the competition, and I'm just really happy that I was able to walk away the victor.
It means that my entire rider experience has kind of come full circle. When I was a potential student, I knew that rider was the place I wanted to go. So being crowned Cranberry Queen just means that it was the right place for me to be at.
The night consisted of a pageant-style competition with sections in talent, style, and rider pride.
Thanksgiving is time to give thanks for all that you have. A good way to give thanks is by giving to others. Rider University will be collecting baskets of food for local families for Thanksgiving. The baskets will be collected on November 18th in the BLC. Please encourage your organization, office, or club to donate to this great cause. For more information, please visit www.rider.edu.
Ever since September 11th, the United States has had troops stationed in the Middle East. This caused a sharp increase in young, college-age veterans. On November 11th, Rider University will be holding a ceremony to honor these veterans. Tune in for the next episode to see more on this event.
That's all the time we have for today. I'm Dalton Karwacki.
And I'm Jeanette Rnicki. See you next time on the News at Rider.
Have a great day.